Good evening. How y'all doing, fellas? How y'all doing, y'all? Listen, this video right here, I've been studying, watching shit. I've been wanting to do videos like this. A video with this content about saying this that it's totally unfair what I'm finna say to Michael Jordan. But I'm a Jordan fan. I got a lot of Jordan sneakers. But the truth of the matter is, Kobe Bryant's the best player ever. I mean, if you go on YouTube right now, you watch the game that made Kobe the Black Mamba. He had 1 point in the first half against Trace McGrady, T-Mac, Orlando Magic. And T-Mac was lighting up with 21. T-Mac finished with 37, Kobe finished with 38. Think about that game is when you watch it. See, that's the year when Kobe was going to trial. And he had a problem with, fucking up the family. The wife may leave your ass. You know what I'm saying? You out here having sex and going crazy, running around on your wife. And he had got the rape case. Kobe was unfocused in that first half. But to his credit, he tuned that out and realized basketball was his peace state, so he could find peace, and he got on the court and he was balling. So in that game, he ended up with 38, scored 37 points in the second half in overtime. And T-Mac was lighting, remember I say T-Mac was lighting it up. So Kobe had the energy to score 38 in the second half in the fourth quarter and overtime, take on the challenge of guarding the NBA, one of the NBA best scorers in Tracy McGrady. For a while it was barbershop talk, is it Tracy McGrady or is it T-Mac the best player? Watch that video on YouTube and you cannot tell me that's not a better player than Kobe Bryant. The reason why I say no respect to Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan didn't have people like that to guard. I mean, his best player was Hakeem Olajuwon. He's a center. He's not guarding Hakeem Olajuwon. Charles Barkley, he wasn't guard Charles Barkley. He was a power forward. All the great players in Jordan era were bigs, forwards, and centers. I like Karl Malone. Even a Shaq was coming in the Jordan era. So he didn't have to guard these players. The best player in the Jordan era that was a perimeter player, you probably have to say Clyde Drexler. And Jordan skipped out on playing Clyde Drexler. He played him beat him in Portland. But Clyde Drexler no Trace McGrady. He's no Dwayne Wade, no T-Mac. He damn sure ain't no Trace McGrady. Bottom line, period. The talent level, the talent pool when Jordan played with guards wasn't nothing like the late 90s, early 2000s, and what it is today. So that's why I say no disrespect to Jordan, because you can't discredit him because he didn't have guys that was great on his level. That's why he cannot be considered the greatest player, because he did compete against the variety of guards and the pool of talent in the Kobe era. Jordan, and the case can be made to me, Jordan, the two best teams Jordan didn't face is when he was going to play baseball. That Houston Rocky team, the back-to-back Houston Rocky team with Hakeem Olajuwon, they traded for Clyde Drexler. That mid-season, it had Bernie Maxwell, Kenny J. Smith, I believe Robert Irvin was on that team too. And they swept Shaq and Penny Hardaway. That's the same team that Jordan would have faced if he would have beat Shaq team when he came at baseball. So he would have lost in the finals to that team. I think they would have lost both times, at least one time for him, for sure. When a lot of people like to bring up Skip Bayless, that idiot. You like to say Jordan was going 8 straight. I'm gonna make a comparison like this. It's gonna be like Jay-Z. You go on YouTube, watch Jay-Z Breakfast Club interview. He was like, when 50 Cent came out, that's my favorite rapper of all time, by the way. When 50 Cent came out, he was like, he was telling everybody, Beanie Single, Memphis Bleak, push it, push your music, got flood the streets for music, because 50 Cent and G-Unit is coming. And he said a few months later in the club, like, it was over. Everybody got to sit on the sideline and watch the wave go through. But what Jay-Z didn't say, and what he was alluding to, and what smart people would take from him, that his ass had to go sit down and ride the wave too. That's why he went to go take the job as being the president at Def Jam instead of rapping. He said he gonna retire. And then when 50 cooled off, he come back in. Very strategic and smart move by Jay-Z part. It's the same move Michael Jordan did in basketball compared to both. When the best teams of the 90s was winning championships in Houston Rockets, Jordan was playing baseball. He didn't compete against the best team, the second best team in the 90s. So we have to take that into consideration when we talk about Jordan. It's a very strategic move by these guys. Just look at it. He tried the third time when Allen Iverson was taking over the league. It was Allen Iverson, Shaq, and Kobe. He didn't compete against the old teams. Remember that. He retired and came back as an old lad, washed up, playing with the Washington Wizards because they gave him a piece of the franchise and made him some part owner gave him a lot of money and shit, made him a general manager too, whatever the case that was with that Wizard deal. That's why he ever came back to play at age 39 and 40. But he retired the third time in '98. That's when Tim Duncan and David Robinson was bought. So he didn't compete against Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Kobe, Shaq, Lakers, or the Allen Iverson. The prime Allen Iverson. He didn't get into that. So those moves that was made by Jay-Z or Michael Jordan are similar moves. So it's hard to a lot of people won't even look at that and consider that, but you have to consider that. Like Jay didn't want to compete with 50. He couldn't compete. So he had to ride that wave, sit on the wave, and go say, I'm going to retire from Def Jam. Just like Michael said, I'm going to retire, go play baseball the first time because he wanted to compete with Dream and Clyde. And he didn't want to compete against AI and them and Shaq and Tim Duncan and David Robinson teams. So that's why I prefaced this video by saying I didn't want to disrespect a lot of y'all goats Michael Jordan. The truth of the matter is his ass ain't really compete against great players that we consider great. I mean, ain't nobody in the finals he played was better than Trace McGrady, Allen Iverson, or Dwayne Wade, or Carmelo Anthony. To me, in my opinion, this is my opinion. My opinion is not a law. So you have your own opinions and takes. Just think when I'm talking to you, okay? Just want you to think about these things. But going back to my Kobe statement, Kobe is undoubtedly the most skilled player ever. I'm not gonna bore you and talk about it because all these players are greats. All these players are greats. The thing about Kobe separate them from Jordan. Kobe made the all-defense team 12 times. I think Jordan made it. I forget how many times. Jordan made it like 9 or 10 times. They both made it 9 all-time defense. First team, both of them 9. But Kobe made it all defense 12 times. And the thing I say, Kobe had to guard T-Max. Basketball is different than football. That's why quarterbacks get judged by championship and Super Bowl, but they don't play defense, so it's hard to give them all the credit. Because when Tom Brady lost to Philly, he gave up 40 points. Well, shit, what can he do? He did his part, scoring 30-something. So the most points ever by a Super Bowl loser, he scored 33 points. He can't play deep both sides of the court. In basketball, you can. That's why we judge basketball players differently. I keep trying to tell y'all this shit. Basketball players are judged differently. It ain't about what you do on the other end of just one end of the floor. That's why James Harden won't get my vote for MVP. He doesn't ever compete with the other great player. Like what Kobe do is Kobe would go get you 30, and then when the other dude got 30, he would switch on him and shut him out for the rest of the game. Just go look at him. When AI started killing the Lakers in the final, they switched Kobe on him. So it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way. You gotta play the offensive end, you gotta play the defensive end. You can go watch YouTube videos of Melo busting LeBron James' ass up. LeBron get his points, his 40 points. You can't stop Melo from getting 40. And they guard each other the whole game. LeBron, most of the time, guarding Melo. Things they see in the finals. LeBron get his offensive numbers, but he can't stop Kevin Durant. He's not defender. He can't go get him 40 and stop somebody when in a crucial moment. A lot of people bring up Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is a 6'2", 6'3" guard. Look at his. Just go look on YouTube and see what I'm saying. I ain't finna break it down stats and all that. I'm not stats. I'm not into analytics. I play basketball. I watch basketball my whole life. My eyes. Watch what your eyes tell you. Don't listen to nobody on TV and persuade your opinions. Have stronger personalities, all right? What people say, like Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Chris Broussard, these dudes are not, their words are not law. Stephen A. Smith, the words, Max Kevin, not law. These dudes are analytics guys that do not tell you what only your eyes can tell you what you see and what you see in the moment, all right? It's cool to go watch and turn on and watch them when the game is over because you want to get more commentation of the game, because I do it too. But when these guys, they be disingenuous with you. Go look at Kobe competed against all the greats, all of them. All of them. Jordan never competed against Prime Kobe, never competed against Prime AI, never competed against Prime D-Wade. That's why he had a video when he came, when 2K came out. I was in high school. He said he gave a list of guys he wanted to compete against. And he brought some older guys that he couldn't compete against, obviously. That was past his time. But he talked about all the young guys that I just named. He said Kobe the only one who beat me because he's still on my move. So by saying that, Kobe can say all that because he competed against all the guys that Jordan competed against. So it's very, 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 very unfair and to try to put that on Jordan as the best player when he didn't compete. We didn't see him compete against Kobe. We didn't, when Jordan was in the league, it wasn't no LeBron James type player. So we can compete and tell you who was better then. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing with what hurt Kobe and what hurt even LeBron is, it's like to Jesus Christ. Nobody's bigger than Jesus. Get down what y'all pray to Allah. You pray to you can pray to the whatever you want to pray to. But in real history, Jesus is the greatest human ever. And once that narrative keep telling, keep stories keep telling, and more people say it, then by the time, that was in 1,000 years, by the time, ain't nobody better than him, even if it is. So with the same thing with Jordan, everybody pushed him as this king of the Jesus of basketball. So it's hard for guys like the Kobe's, LeBron's, even to. It's like they always playing second fiddles to be second best. They set up to play second best to how the narrative and how the world push the agenda to make those guys the one and great and only. So everybody else got to play second fiddle. You know what I'm saying? With Jesus, you can be a Elijah Muhammad, you can be MLK, you can be all these great men and bring up the Michael Jackson, the great military, you can bring all these people, but they all playing second fiddle to Jesus. Same way with all these basketball players playing second fiddle to Jordan. I would come back and say Jordan did compete against the talent pool of these guys. That's why he cannot be considered the greatest player in my eyes. So check out that video, man. Hey, like, subscribe to the video, shout this shit out, get it out everywhere. But go watch the T-Mac versus Kobe interview and come back and tell me that Kobe ain't the greatest player ever. You watch that video and come in and tell me that Kobe ain't the greatest player ever, man, they. Alright. But other than that, watch that video and tell me. Watch him play. Watch him go up against Dwayne Wade. Play both ends of the court. Give Dwayne Wade the bit and shut him down. Jordan have nobody that he can compete against can do that. That's what made Kobe better. To me. Simple as that. As simple as that. Ain't no stats. Ain't no bringing up no stats. Ain't bringing up nothing. And imagine if Kobe didn't play with Shaq for 8 years. Imagine. A lot of people don't even give him his street championship because he played with Shaq. He won 2 without him. So imagine with that 8-year period, let's say, because LeBron going to win 3, and they put him at top 2, top 3, somebody say he the greatest. So Kobe got 2. Imagine him playing a bit of whole solo act and have accolades and stats as individual player his whole career without Shaq. Okay? Check the video, man. Like, subscribe. I'm out.